Sam. I've just wanted to jump on and share with you some ideas for quick pages, which I talked about in my last video. So if you didn't get a chance to see my last video, I'm currently playing catch up with my Cocoa Daisy journals, and I have 5 months worth that I need to catch up on really quick. So I'm just going to do some really fast pages. I'm not going to do process videos today. I will share some with you though, but I just thought I'd look back at some of my completed Dories for ideas. Oh, sorry, knocking the camera. For how to do the pages really quickly. So I'm going to do that now. I've got 15 spreads in here to flick through quick and show you some ideas that I've had for catching up really and just staying up to date. Firstly, I want to apologise if you can hear crying. I've got the puppies next to me who are convinced that Chris is downstairs. He's not, he's out. But they're crying at the door and scratching to go downstairs, and they're just being ridiculous. So I've told them to shut up and lie down, but they're not doing. So sorry if you can hear them, but I'll try and keep them quiet. So first off, I wanted to just let you know that I have caught up a little bit in my March one. If you saw my video the other day, the only things I had to do the weekly spreads, which I've done now. So I sat in front of the TV last night for about an hour and a half and just did all my weeklies. You can see I didn't do much, so that's cut out of the notepad. I was really ill these months, that's why I'm behind, so there wasn't much to say. So lots of stickers, a tiny bit of text, so it literally took me about an hour and a half. And I caught up on this one, and I had one other, I think it was April, that needed some weekly pages. May needed my weeklies done, but I've left that downstairs. So my weeklies are done, and now all I've got to do is the memory keeping or something pages, the big blank pages in the Dories are what I've got to catch up on now. So this is what this video is about, just some quick ideas of what I can put in those sort of pages to fill them up really quick, because like I said, I've got 5 months worth to catch up on. So here we go. So firstly, the obvious one for me is photographs. They obviously fill up quite a lot of space really quickly, and I print my photos off my phone, which I've got here. So if I show you what I do, just bear with me whilst I get into it. So I don't know if you can see that. I have a ton of albums in my phone. So I have 2 sets. I have down here, you can see there's lots of pregnancy ones, but I have my Project Life ones of week 12, week 13, and it goes up every through them all. So every Sunday or Monday, I'll just look back over the week and I'll just pick like my favourite pictures for the week and stick them in that week's album. So when it comes to Project Life, that's what I'm working with. And also because it's iPhone, it puts them in chronological order. And because of my Project Life, I always do the same spreads, the same page protectors. I use the style A, so I know that my first image is a 6x4, so I just go across and think, right, that'll be the 6x4, and then I've got a title card, and then I have 4 3x4, so I think, okay, well, I'll put those on one, that'll be another, and then I can work through it quite quickly, and I can just send them to my Canon selfie printer. And then if I need to sew them onto a 3x4, I've got a little app that I can do that with, so I can just sit and do that quite quickly, quite easily. And it's the same with my Cocoa Daisy. So there we go. So you can see February, March, April, May. Now Chris has come home, so they'll bark in a minute. So if I just go into February, those are all my highlights of February. Now I know there's a lot there, but I don't print 6x4s, or don't tend to print 6x4s for my Cocoa Daisy just because they're a bit big. So unless it's kind of one key photo like my wedding, which I will print 6x4 and put in, I'll do them on collages. So, and I've got a collage app, I can't remember what it's called. Pick Collage, that's the one I use, but there's loads that you can use, but that's the one I use. Okay, sorry about the interruption, guys. Chris actually did turn up home. That's what all the barking was about, so I had to just stop for a second and go and let him in and shut the dogs up. So they're in another room now, he can keep an eye on them. So as I was saying, I use that Pick Collage app, and there's 3 different types of collage I'll do. So I'll either do, I've got a couple printed from previous, I'll either do 2 pictures, so they're 3x4, if it's something like this was our announcement when we found out we were pregnant, so if it's something kind of important like that, I'll do that. Or if it's just general kind of pictures from the month, I'll do usually like this. So this makes them into 3x2 kind of size, and whichever way around. That's my mum dressed up, just to give you a giggle. My mum's a primary school teacher, and she teaches reception to year 2, so the last few years she's moved around in terms of the year that she teaches. And they're always dressing up. Every week she's in fancy dress or something, honestly. So yeah, and that's just us like having games night, and I've already used one in one of them. So I'll do a collage of 4, or sometimes I'll put 6 on, so that they're just sort of little squares, and you'll see those as I go through. So if I've got lots of pictures for that month, I'll tend to do lots of 6, put 6 on a page and do lots of little minis, unless there's something special that I want to pull out. So that's how I do my printing. So in terms of catching up, I need to just print out all those photos. Like I said, they're already in the albums. I just need to go through, do the collages and print them. And then I wanted to share with you some of the page layouts. I will do some process videos, like I said, but I thought it might be good just to look through some of the old ones. Now I have sticky tabbed where I want to show you, but I may have to jump about a bit, so just bear with me. So the first one, like I said, is photos, is the main one. And if you ignore that side, this side, you can see these are the smaller. So if I put 6 images on a 4x6, this is the size that they print. So they're just mini squares and they fit really nicely in the dory. And this one is just, it's nothing exciting, it's just home. So I've literally just put a little tab sticker. I must have been running out of the alphabets because I've just put the H and then written home. A couple of little die cuts on here. And that says Wednesday, so there you go. So it's just like a snapshot of us and what we look like at the time. So this is October last year. So it's me and Chris, Bailey and Milo, and that's it. So that's the whole spread done. 1 strip of washi and 3 pictures. So it's dead easy. It doesn't have to be a special event or a day out or anything like that. It's just what we look like, what home looks like at the moment. So that's one really nice spread that I like doing. I've done that in quite a few actually, kind of a snapshot of now. A best bits, that's another one that I like doing. You can see 3 pictures stuck down, a line of text on each and 2 stickers. So that didn't take very long either. And this one is the best bits of October, and I got married, so that was easy. So it's a picture of us, my mum, my bridesmaids, and this was really cool. This was a gift that I got, which was, it was like a bouquet of flowers, but it was cabbages. It was really cool, and the purples matched the theme really well, so that had to go in. So that's another really quick one that I like doing. And then, there you go, so that's 3. And then another one is, I've got another example in August. No, I haven't. There we go. I'll come back to that one. So this is another one where it's just 4 pictures. And you can see that those are the long thin ones. So those 3 would have been on one 4x6 and then that would have been on a little collage. And again, it's just a right now, it's just a look at home. So it's no special event, nothing exciting going on. It's just, I mean, it's easy when you've got special events, it's easy to fill the pages, isn't it? But when you've not got much happening, I think that's what I'm trying to get out with these ideas. When you've not got much happening, how can you fill your spreads? So I've got a couple of images of us and home and what just home life looks like, a couple of sentences and then some stickers, and that's it, spread done. So really quick, really easy. Got another for September. So this again, it looks really busy, but it's really not. It's a couple of photographs and it's another best bits. So this was highlights of September, and it's, I mean, it's all sorts of things. I did have my hen do, so that was easy to put a few things in, but picked out the wedding song, cuddles from the puppies. This is a really old photo of Chris that I found that made me smile. So it's just literally just stuck in a couple of pictures with a line under each one. And then at the end of the month, when I had some stickers left in the kit, I just went and just stuck stickers everywhere. So that really didn't take very long either. So just another very quick photo page. And I think because the Daisy Doris are so decorated anyway, you've already got a starting point. So it already looks like a really busy page, and all I've done is stuck a couple of photos in. So that's a quick one. Again, in December, this is much easier when you've got a special event, isn't it, in December? But I've done the same thing here. I've just stuck photos in. There's no journaling. There's nothing really to say. It's Christmas. It tells its own story, really, doesn't it? Christmas PJs. That's all I've written on there. So it's another one that once the photos are printed, it really didn't take me long just to stick those down and stick a few stickers on. So that's one of the best ways, really, isn't it, to fill up the pages really fast. And this one, it's got 3 photos on. 3 photos. That is a cutout from one of the 3 principles. 1 line of text and a heart. Oh, 2 hearts. That's it. So you can see, I mean, once the photos are printed, in terms of catching up 5 months worth of Dories, it's really easy. You can just stick a few pictures on and some stickers and I'm done. Another thing that I like to do, like I said, if I have got some big images, you can see how long this one took me. This is one of the very few times that I will use a 4x6, because when it's a really special event, I'll use a full photo and put it across the page. You've just got to be careful what picture you pick, because obviously if you cut it, it would fit the other way, but it'll fill the entire page, so it depends on your decoration. And obviously this way you have to cut it, so you don't want to cut it through someone's face or something. So this one worked quite well, and I just literally got my finger in some paint that matched the colour, because it was quite a harsh square line around where all this sort of floral is. It clashed a little bit, so I just found some paint that was a similar colour and smushed it around my finger and stuck the picture on. So that was a 5-minute job as well. So another really fast, really easy page. And then another thing I like to do sometimes to go with the photos is just a quote. So again, this was another 4x6 photo that I wanted to put in, but it didn't quite fill the page, and that's just down to the decoration. You can see on the other one, the decoration goes all the way around the page, so it was quite full anyway, but it doesn't on this one really. You've just got one cluster, so this side was quite empty, couldn't put the photo up there because it would block that and have an empty bottom. So I just found a quote and just put that on there and filled that up. And so another really fast, easy page. Took about 2 minutes to do that one. So that's another quick idea. And I think this is another one with a quote. Yeah, so I'll use, if I've not got, this is one where it's not a special event or anything going on, so I'm just trying to get the glare off it. The dog ate my diary. If you haven't seen that video, this is November's. If you go to the November flip through video, you will see he ate the diary. He actually ate it after I'd done my journaling. So the journaling is there and done, and you can still read it, it's not too bad. But this page, he'd done that already and I needed to fill the page in. So it worked quite well because I could do the design around that sort of thing. But I had an empty page and I had nothing to fill it with. Didn't have any more pictures I wanted to put in. So what I did is I just went and took some photos on my walk to work of the gorgeous leaves that were falling. And I found this word, I can't remember where I found it. It might have even, I think one of the cards in the Cocoa Daisy kit had it on or something. Anyway, I don't think I went searching for it. I just seemed to come across it, but don't ask me to pronounce that. But that means the sound of rustling leaves. So that's it. So I just found a word that I liked that related to something that month, and put a couple of pictures in. But you could do this without the photos. You could just have a word that relates to your month or a nice quote with some stickers. You can see I've just put some puffy hearts and autumn, and that's it. So that's another really quick, easy way to fill the spread. You can see I've stuck 3 photos in, some alphas and some stickers. It really didn't take me very long at all, but it looks really nice. So that's another one that I enjoy doing. And then I've got some ideas for when I haven't actually got any photos. So I've showed you kind of filling the pages with photos, lots of little photos, big photos, photos and a word or a quote. And then if you really haven't got anything else photos wise, I've got a few other things that I've been doing to fill up some of the pages. So this one, it was actually more this side I wanted to show you, but this was when we booked our honeymoon. Sorry, moving my notes. And this was a pocket that came in the kit and a dashboard. So that's the actual page. I mean, it's just stickers and washi. I've made this pocket with the dashboard in. I have put a photo on that, but it's not my photo. Like I said, we booked a honeymoon, so it's a picture from online of the resort. Just a bit of journaling, and put that in. But to be honest, you could do this side on any page. So if you're journaling or you're planning or something started here and you had a half page free, and you can see it's 2 lines of washi, a couple of, you could write whatever you want. You could even just write Happy July or, you know, planning or anything, something really simple, and then some of the die cuts, and that's it. So that filled up that page really nicely. Again, it does help that it's already decorated. That makes a big difference. Or you could create a pocket, which you can see, pocket and a few stickers, that fills up the page nicely, and use one of the dashboards, and you could just journal on the back of that about absolutely anything you wanted. You could journal about what you plan to do this month, your hopes, your dreams, your big ambitions, what chores you've got to do, absolutely anything. So that's another way of filling up a page if you don't have any photographs to use. And then, sorry, just looking for the right page. And then this one as well is, I do quite regularly just stick one of the dashboards in. Now this one I have used as a tip in with photographs. Again, it's only 4, so it's quite quick, but you could just easily stick that down. I've got a little tab, some hearts, and that's it. I've done that quite a lot, just stick a full dashboard in to use up the side. If you don't subscribe to the dashboards, there are some in the free printables. You get some pages like that in the free printables, so you can check those out as well. And then, this one's a bit unusual. So this month I'd put all my photos in, I didn't have anything else to add. And then ignore that side because that is photos still. I found this. So this, I do add junk as well to my Dories. This didn't really need filling up, it was the vellum. I could have left it like that, but if you had an empty page you could do this as well. And this is just some junk that I found. It's actually packaging, I don't know if you can see through there. Feta and red pepper veggie rolls, it's off my lunch. But the inside of it was really cute, so you could put in ephemera, junk, anything that you're interested in. If you've got a menu through the post for your favourite cafe or absolutely anything that you've found that you like that's just decorative, you can easily fill up pages and fill up gaps with bits of ephemera and junk items that you find as well, and I love doing that. I think I've done slightly more in this one actually, just reminded me. It's a bit more detailed, but this one we went and played crazy golf, so I put the ticket in from the crazy golf, so that fills up a spread. So this was a leaflet. We went to Keswick and this was actually a leaflet about Keswick, so I just cut the words off the top and stuck that picture in. It has got photos in, but like I said, you could just use ephemera and bits and pieces that you find as well, so they fill up your journals really nicely. And then another one that I really like doing is vision boards. I'm going mad, aren't I? Is currently lists. And this is really quick and easy. So when I haven't got anything at all to stick in, I'll just go on something like Pinterest or even Google and just find a currently list. And there's millions of them out there. And you can pick and choose the prompts that you want to do. Just leave off the ones you don't. So I've got things like reading, watching, cooking, eating, texting, crafting, all, you know, feeling, hoping for, all these things. And it's just a great big long list, and you just write a couple of words or a sentence next to it. And that's a really fast, quick way of doing it. You could fill 2 pages. There's enough prompts out there that you could just fill up a double page spread. I like to do just one side, then I just put some stickers on. And then on this side I've done August goals, and because we get these tick lists in the kits, I've split this up. So this is kind of home life, health and fitness, my creative life. This is like social type stuff, and then like chores and to do. So you could split them up, so you could have work, the kids, the dogs, you know, you could have different sections, or you could just write. You don't have to do as many as me. I've done 4 or 5 for each section. You could just write 1 or 2, but kind of an August goals and what you want to achieve. Or I've done that for the next month as well. So if you get to the end of the month and you've got a spare spread, you could think about what you want to do next month. So there's some really quick kind of journaling ones to fill up a page. And I've done that again in one of my other Dories, just to show you another example of that. So I've done this one, which is exactly the same, the list and the currentlies, but I've just added a tip in with a photo of us. So because it's about currently, this is us right now, and like I said at the beginning, I like doing pages of us right now and home right now and what that means. So just added a little tip in on the back of the dashboard there, which you can do if you've got a photo, just a selfie or a picture of your house or something like that. And it's just a really nice thing to look back on. I really love looking back on these because it's, you know, things that I was excited for and what I was planning, what I was doing. This one's all about planning the wedding, so that's really nice to look back on. And some of the chores that I wanted to do, some of the things that I've still not done, meet up with old friends and things that I've still not done, so I need to get on with those. So currently lists and to-do lists and aims and objectives and that type of thing are really good as well for filling up a spread. And then the last one I wanted to share with you is something a bit different, and this is a vision board that I did in January. Now I did this in January because it was the start of the year and it was what I wanted to achieve for the year, but you can do this anytime. This is the only one I've done in my Cocoa Daisy, but I've got a great big one in my dressing room on a huge sheet of paper that I did in, I think it was about September, October sort of time, of, you know, where I wanted my life to go, what I wanted to do, what I wanted to achieve. So you can just cut things out of magazines. It's just a really nice one to sit and do in front of the TV or when you're relaxed. I just cut things out of magazines. There are plenty of stickers in here from the kit. Just things I liked. It doesn't have to have words on, it can just be all pictures, it can be absolutely anything that you like. But just a kind of a vision board of, you know, things that are you. That's all it is. And it doesn't have to be a vision board. You could have just a mood board. So if you've got a colour scheme that's very you at the minute, or things that you're really into, if you're into knitting, it might be loads of knitting samples and patterns that you want to try and things that inspire you. It could just be a page of really nice imagery that you like. If you're into cooking, it could be a load of recipes and images of things that you want to try out, or your favourite dishes. So just to kind of have a snapshot overview page of you and what's you. I find a lot of the things in my planner are about family and friends and everyone else, so just have a focus on me was a really nice exercise to sit and do. So that's another one. Well, probably my favourite one, to be fair. Pretty pictures and you can put all sorts of things in. Like I said, you can stick in absolutely anything, so that's a really good one to do. So that's it. So that's some of my ideas for filling up your journals, and like I said, now I've just got to go and do it. So I've got March is the next one to do, and like I said, I've got some of those big double page spreads to fill and things like that. So that, for example, could be a currently list. That'll take me 15 minutes to do. That might just have 2 images, one on each side with some paint behind. That'll take a minute to do. That one might have a quote. That's just a quick one. So just some of those ideas. That might have some junk journal or vision board, magazine cutout type things. So again, really quick and things like that. And you can sit and spend hours if you want, or you could just stick and plonk and take 10 minutes. So that's how I'm catching up with my Daisy Dori. I hope I've given you a few ideas. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.